Just 2 races to go in the Formula One season. Formula One now heads to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for the first time at the Jeddah Corniche circuit. 2 weekends left, 2 races left as well. Saudi Arabia this weekend for the first time, and then the new Abu Dhabi circuit reconfigured to round out this incredible title. We still have no idea who is going to be the 2021 World Champion. Lewis Hamilton has won 7 races this year. Max Verstappen has won 9. It really is closing up at the front with an 8-point gap between them. In the Drivers' Championship, Max Verstappen leads 351.5 points, 8 points back Lewis Hamilton on 343.5. Valtteri Bottas is now only 13 points clear of Sergio Perez. Lando Norris holding on to 5th place by a single point to Charles Leclerc. Carlos Sainz as well trying to close up on that battle with 2 races to go. Danny Ricciardo and Pierre Gasly battling over 8th and 9th. Fernando Alonso a distant in 10th place. On the second page, it's as you were after Qatar as well. Esteban Ocon now on 60 points, Sebastian Vettel 43, Lance Stroll 34, Yuki Tsunoda on 20. He's 4 points clear. George Russell is in 15th. Kimi Raikkonen makes his way up now into 16th with 10 points. Nicholas Latifi still has 7. Antonio Giovinazzi, the last point scorer, still no points for Mick Schumacher, Robert Kubica, or more importantly, Nikita Mazepin. In the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes lead the way by just 5 points to Red Bull Racing with 2 races to go. That battle is the one to watch. Ferrari now have a commanding lead over McLaren in the Constructors as well, 297.5 points to McLaren's 258. Alpine as well, now with a podium in Qatar, got themselves away from the deadlock they were having with AlphaTauri. Aston Martin securing 7th, Williams 8th, Alfa Romeo going for a charge back as well, but still no points on the board for Haas F1. We're in the twilight now for free practice 3, the last hour before qualifying. For practice, crucial timing, it's underway shortly. Let's take a look at the new Jeddah Corniche circuit, a 3.836 mile circuit, 27 turns and 3 DRS zones, a brand new challenge for the drivers to sink their teeth into, the fastest ever street circuit. On board with the Mercedes then, you're already downhill towards turn 1, you're flat 8th gear, 335 km/h into the braking zone for turn 1. 3rd gear, 100 km an hour, back down again. 3rd gear, 90 km an hour through turn 2. Exit through turn 3. You're already at 200 km an hour at 5th gear. Now into the S's section. Turns 4, 5 and 6 are about 6th gear, 245 km an hour as you're already break your way through. Back through turn 7 now. 8 and 9. Hook the back up as well into turn 10. Now as you ride out towards the exit. 7th gear, 285. Open up the DRS as you hurtle down towards now at 13. 165 km an hour, 4th gear, back corner. Get on the accelerator hard as you sneak back through the city centre on the opposite side of the track lake. Down towards turn 17. 18 is the corner, 6th gear, 245 km an hour. 19 now coming up. 20, 21, all the way to 23 has the DRS boards as well as you flick back through. Coming up now towards turn 22, back down, 6th gear corner, now up to 7th gear only the exit, 270 km an hour, ride back up, round turn 25 as well, DRS number 2 on the circuit, little kick which is turn 26, 8th gear, 15, now into the braking zone, into turn 27, 3rd gear, 120 km an hour, control the wheel spin at the exit, open up the DRS once again, hurtling down towards the start line, and that, across the line, the fastest ever street circuit, and that is a lap of the Jeddah Corniche circuit. Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon and good evening to you, and welcome to the commentary box for free practice number 3 for the 2021 Jeddah Grand Prix here. The Saudi Arabian nights are setting in as well, twilight upon us around this fantastic 3.837 mile circuit as well. Truly we are waiting for an action attempt. 3 DRS zones, the fastest corners on the Formula One calendar as well. It may be cold here in the UK, ergo it's jumper weather. It's still even a bit cold up in the comms box as well, but it is boiling over there in Jeddah. Track temperature 36 degrees, air temperature is at 29 degrees as well. Tyre compound C2 white hard, C3 yellow medium, C4 red soft tyres as well. It's the Formula 1 STC Saudi Arabian Grand Prix of 2021 as well. 62% humidity out there, wind speed at 4.3 kilometers. It's blowing in from the south as well. And remarkably enough, we've got a driver tracker. It doesn't look that great, does it? But apparently I've been told this driver tracker is going to work. So keep your fingers crossed that it's going to look okay. Daniel Ricciardo, top of the board, you see at the moment with our driver tracker working. Charles Leclerc is walking into the back of the Ferrari garage. Of course, he had the horrible shunt of free practice too. That stopped the session as well. Our pit lane reporter, Josh Plays, has more information on him as well. And we're just booting him up, actually, on the call so that we can have a conversation with him as well. As Ian Birch waits to join me in the comms box as well. Megan Birch isn't with us today. She's not feeling good at all, so she'll be back with us soon. But she is coming in, hopefully, to film the commentator challenge. Don't know how that's going to work out, though. If she's not well enough, we're not going to have the commentator challenge this weekend. 2 minutes to go, and great shirt. I can see Josh Plays has on at the moment up here on the Combox camera. Good morning to you, Josh, as well. What news have you got on Charles Leclerc?
Charles Leclerc, was just listening to Ted Kravitz's report on Charles Leclerc. The car is absolutely fine. No chassis change, no engine change, but a gearbox change, but that's normal over the Friday and Saturday.
It looks like he's got very, very lucky overall, I'd say.
Yeah, and Charles Leclerc is feeling a little bit sore on his neck, but that's not surprised because on the onboard you could see his head got really close to the halo and moving around quite a lot. So his physio is focusing on his neck, but he is okay for practice 3 and qualifying.
Fantastic. Going into this session then as well, no sign of any rain or anything like that. It sounds bizarre, but we do get rain here in Diriyah occasionally as well, so it's all okay, all good.
Yeah.
Do get in touch, use the hashtag as well, Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Thanks, Josh. Back with you when the session starts as well, as he'll be at race control on the Discord as well, so go and find that. As we see, Lewis Hamilton just walking into the back of the garage as well, all ready to go. We're about 50 seconds away from the start of the session, which is delightful news to us all, I'm sure, after we've had a little bit of a worry the past couple of days, haven't we, if this track would ever be ready on time. Thankfully, it is ready. So get in touch, use the hashtag as well, and get in touch on the YouTube chat. As you can see, it's operational. The driver tracker hopefully will be operational as well. In fact, looking at it, I think I can make it a bit bigger as well. This is the thing you sort of notice, don't you? You can always make little tweaks to it to see if you can make it slightly bigger, slightly wider for the viewers to see. Back at home. There you go. So we're 13 seconds away from the green light going on and the session going, and hopefully we'll have some radio as well. It looks okay that the driver tracker is actually going to work this time, so keep your fingers crossed. Green light goes on, and the final part of practice is underway. 60 minutes ahead of us as well. As Valtteri Bottas just sits waiting to get ready to go out on the circuit as well. And hopefully as well, this is going to be a smooth last hours running. Twilight's going to help them a little bit as well. This isn't the start time or even the qualifying start time as well. So they've really got to be on their guard and realise that, yes, it's 2 different times. Yes, it's going to be a tricky one, but it should be okay. This is the first Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, as well as I said. It's the second new venue to join the calendar this year, with the first being Qatar. And it's the 75th circuit to host a round of the Formula 1 World Championship. It's the 4th Grand Prix to be held in the Middle East, joining Bahrain and Abu Dhabi alongside Qatar as well. Cars are heading out to the track. Nikita Mazepin is the first to do so. And hey, Hee-ho! We have a driver tracker. There he is, look. Nikita Mazepin heads out. No surrounding images, I notice, as well, of anybody else on the track. So it's just a black box, but hopefully everybody enjoys the fact that we have actually got a driver tracker, so that's fantastic news as well. Pirelli just tweeted, ready for the final hour of practice. Last chance for everyone to get ready out on the circuit as well. Josh Play's just texting as well on the Discord saying it's a BSB Rider t-shirt. That's fantastic, actually. Going there as well. I've gone for the jumper approach today. Schumacher also out on the track. MSC, you can see just circulating at the back. All looks to be an okay situation as well. That's Mazepin saying we'll just get a balance on this one and get a toe, presumably off the back of Schumacher, which would be coming up shortly as well. We have opened up everything as well as the green flag went on. Let's hear from Carlos Sainz just before the session went green. Oh, okay. Nothing from Carlos Sainz there when the session went green. There's David Croft, Paul Di Resto and Anthony Davidson up in the Sky F1 comms box as well. Looks like they've shrunk everything back together again. So social distancing in the commentary box looks to have stopped, which is interesting. Hello to Synthel as well. Hopefully you're having a great weekend, Synth. And shame we can't have you in the box. Josh plays at the Discord as well, so since if you want to jump in the Discord call with Josh as well, that would be fantastic. Kimi Räikkönen is out there on the circuit, and let's just fix this up, shall we, and make sure that it's all in the right colour so we can see them as well. Josh plays says, I've not got another driver tracker. I've not got a driver tracker. Oh, that's unfortunate. I've got one. My driver tracker's working, as you can see. Refresh your page, maybe, Josh. Refresh the page. I did lots of drama. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Did you watch F2? Says Synthel as well. Yes, I did see Formula 2. What a race. Side by side. 3 abreast in towards turn 1 as well. Piastri having to go backwards as well. Dan Tickton making a lot of moves up there as well. But Dan Tickton more like Dick Tantrum at the moment. He's still complaining over the radio a bit more than what I'd like. I'm not really looking forward to commentating on Formula E next year as well after what he's done in the past. But Formula 2 was a great race. I don't actually see race 2, I don't think. I think I see race 2 in the back of a car because I'm on my way later on. I leave as soon as qualifying is over. So as soon as we know the pulsar is, I'm out that front door unless they're late picking up again. So that could be something as well. Knowing that, though, the people probably watching this thinking, no, we're not going to be late. So it looks to be okay. Kimi Räikkönen then is on a lap time. You can see him circulating out there on the circuit through the middle part of the track as well. This fantastic sweeping sectors as well, all the way down through turns 15, 16, 17 and 18 as well. You forget, I keep thinking it's the first sector, so it's turns 1 to 4, but it's not. It's the back half of the track as well as it loops back around on each other. So it's a quick opening lap here as well, and you've got to be right on it, right focused straight away. Räikkönen's fast in the first 2 sectors though, which is fantastic to see. Just up there, Josh says, defo no driver tracker. Oh dear, that's weird then. Just thank God that ours is working a bit. Try the F1 app as well, that one's working. Räikkönen out of the last corner, turn 27, fires it out towards the line, up to 325 kilometers an hour as you cross the control line. Räikkönen top, 131.378 then for that first part of the session. So that's Schumacher at 133.
So track is clear behind you. You're good to push, as Jun explained. So it'll be out and straight back in, out and straight back in.
So an out and straight back in then situation. Räikkönen top, Schumacher second, Mazepin third. As things currently stand as well. Let's give you some more stats about the Jeddah Corniche circuit. It's the second longest track on the 2021 calendar, 6.175 kilometres, just into 800 metres shorter than Spa-Francorchamps. And the new circuit in Jeddah shuffles another high-speed track alongside Azerbaijan in Baku to third on the list as well. This is one of the quickest, and just as everything goes well, Sky have gone for a break because we've got cars out the track. So Synthol has put a long comment in, so we'll read this one. This track was really underrated. The drivers love to drive this track, and it looks awesome. Also, you saw in F2, they can surely overtake. The only thing they're right about is it's kind of dangerous. Yeah, Theo Pourchaire had it as well down at turn 22.
Charge on. No traffic threat from behind, and shouldn't be any queuing at the end of the slowdown lap.
Copy. The car had a tendency to over-rotate in slow speed corners.
Looking at 2, Ed was looking at your curb usage in 2. I'll come back to you with more feedback. Any other places where you feel that sensation?
Right, I think the car, I'm not struggling with understeer anyway for now.
Copy.
So I'm going 22 diff.
Understood.
That's Mazepin on the radio then, complaining about the understeer and then not the car working correctly. Synthel says, as I repeat it, this track was really underrated as well. The drivers love to drive this track and it looks awesome. Also, you saw in F2, they can surely overtake. The other thing they ride about is kind of dangerous. And as I was going to say, just turn 22 with the frostbite. Yeah, turn 22 as well. It's the longest, it's the sweeping sixth gear, over 190 kilometers an hour you're flying through there, a bit over that actually, and it's really, really dangerous. We saw Logan Sargent go in Formula 2
Is the wind
practice.
different direction today?
Alors, so the wind,
Lows.
exactly, so it's different. There is virtually no wind at all today. No wind
So,
at all.
No wind at all from Kimi Raikkonen, he's saying there as well. But yeah, we saw Logan Sargent going backwards. We saw Charles Leclerc's big accident last time out as well. In free practice 2, and then of course this morning Theo Porcher locked up the rear tyres, lost the rear and hit the wall as well, creating more drama. But Josh Plays has info from us from the pit lane at Race Control. Down to you, Josh.
Oh, Race Director Notes version 3 came out this morning and luckily did not have a chain circuit map, so our maps are still in date.
Got mine set up now though.
But they have extended the white line at the pit exit. I will show you a picture, Josh.
Yeah, I saw it. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't see it just well. It's not working that way, but I did see it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did see it, but
yeah.
as they come through, yeah.
Yeah, and anyway. Why have I got... Where's that commentary coming from?
So there's an issue there. As we've got cars out the track, we've got Mazepin just coming through the first 2 corners, Schumacher and Raikkonen on the back half of the track as well. So Schumacher's getting a toe off of Raikkonen, as you can see as well. 3 drivers out there, as you can see on the driver track, and they're the only 3 to set times. Vettel and Stroll have done sector times, but then came straight into the pit lane as well. Cynthia says, well, I think they did a great job with the Tech Pro barriers to make it as safe as possible. Absolutely, they did. Try and make it as safe as possible. And hopefully we're not going to see too much drama in the qualifying session and we can get it done quite smoothly. It's mainly the race as well. Over to you. You got it ready? Right, back. Oh, Leclerc was able to walk
I
away
have
from that
got
crash.
it sorted.
Yeah. Over to you then, Josh.
Gearboxes.
Yeah.
Let's go over to Gearboxes. Let me just get my information. Both of the title fighters, Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen, has both got a new gearbox.
Verstappen has got one as well. So is that a 5-place grid penalty?
Drivers used their previous gearbox for 6 consecutive events in conformity with Article 23.4a of the 2021 Formula 1 sporting regulations.
So Verstappen's avoided a penalty. He's taken his correct gearbox.
Yeah.
So okay,
and
that's a good
Lewis
one.
and Hamilton as well.
Okay, so Max Verstappen refuses Saudi Grand Prix penalties. Red Bull calls to copy Lewis Hamilton as well about Verstappen taking a brand new power unit into this weekend as well. He's denied doing that. So that's interesting news then that they've both got new power units.
Let me just shake my filter off. Hello.
We've got
one team has just done something.
but with Valtteri Bottas then, while Josh does that as well. As Bottas coming through that long sweeping turn 10-11 section towards the back half of the DRS zone as well. Schumacher and Mazepin gif as well on the Twitter situation with Schumacher top over Mazepin. So Haas getting a bit cheeky with themselves as well. Josh is showing on the side there.
And it reads, haters will say it's just the first 5 minutes of FP3.
Well, it's Raikkonen, Schumacher, Mazepin at the moment. So Raikkonen and Schumacher being at the top is certainly different. Bottas looking quite quick as well. Through the middle sector. His first sector time was a 33.179. Sector 2 is coming up now, and he's up by 0.076 of a second. So that's 28.686 second sector. Hamilton looking quite quick as well. Actually, no, he's 2 seconds down in that first sector, 35.458. So Hamilton on the hard compound tyre just warming up. Bottas as well. The fastest time we saw was free practice 2's Lewis Hamilton at 1:29.018. Right now we're doing 1:30.394, which is the slowest of the weekend so far. FP1 time was a 1:37.786. So it's swings and roundabouts as Bottas does a 1:30.394 on the board as well. Multiple cars out on the track, as you can see as well. Hamilton's looking quick in that first sector time as they come up. Now he's backed out of it as well on his second lap around. He's let one of the Alpines through as well, of Esteban Ocon. Down in the back half of the track as well. It's a long, quick sector here. Our driver track is a couple of seconds out of give here at the moment, I'm noticing, as they come through. Hopefully as well, Leclerc's out there with his same gearbox as well. It's changed over from the Friday engine to the Saturday engine. They were able to use the chassis as Josh shared earlier on, so they've got away with that one big one. Anything else about Leclerc's car? Have they changed over that gearbox yet to the Saturday one already? Was there any news on his new gearbox? I've got a bit of
I
a freezer.
believe they have changed the gearbox to their Saturday one. A tweet from Petronas Motorsports: new circuit equals new data to analyse. Our Petronas trackside fluid engineers are working closely with Mercedes-AMG Formula One team this weekend to provide vital analysis of the fuel and lubricants. And there's a image of them doing just that.
We're just having information coming to us as well that the track limits, of course, is null at the moment, and they're not going to impose any track limits this weekend. So that's what I've just got through from the FAA, that there's not going to be any changes to the track limits with the none, because it's a street circuit. So finally, we don't have that talk this weekend. It's less for you to print out too, Josh, as well, for the track limits data as well.
Both of the Alpines have come out with a fresh set of soft tyres.
I think we've just seen Verstappen do the same thing. Hamilton's fast first sector, 32.681. So times flying up there as well at the moment. Raikkonen still top though, 1:30.189. So he's gone faster than Bottas has as well. But I think Raikkonen's on these medium tyres, with the Bottas on the hards. I'm not too sure about that one at the moment. I haven't got that graphic up in the comms box. Hopefully we'll in a second. But Hamilton's going to blow them all away. 1:29.605 for Lewis Hamilton. Quicker than what we did in free practice 1, but still 0.6 off what they managed in free practice 2. So the time's starting to come to them as things currently stand. Is there anything else, Josh?
I've seen... because there's tons of different liveries with the Sir Frank tributes on the cars, especially Williams. But I'm just looking at the rear wing of the Alpine, and they've got a Castrol livery this weekend.
Yeah, it's their 100th race back as a Renault engine supplier for that team. So it's their 100th race back in Formula One. It's a completely, actually, their... What is it, 400th? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong data. It's their 404th race in Formula One coming into this weekend. According to my little stats notes that I have to print out and haven't put up on the wall yet.
I just love it when Twitter, F1 team's Twitter accounts just take pictures and put them on Twitter. A beautiful picture of Lewis Hamilton's car in the twilight of Jeddah.
And this is all on the F1 apps as well. I've just seen that image actually as well of Hamilton, and in fact I'm saving that because I want that as a screensaver.
Yuki Tsunoda and Pierre Gasly both head to the track. Lando Norris heads out for his first taste of FP3. McLaren and AlphaTauri are reporting.
Raikkonen was out on the soft compound tyre, so he set that lap time on the soft, so he was properly going for it at the moment. Which was interesting to see. Verstappen takes his first lap time of the weekend then. Oh, he's backed out of it actually already. So he's given a tow to, I think, Yuki Tsunoda. I'm just looking at the map here to see who it is. It can't be Tsunoda because he's still at the last corner. So it's Pierre Gasly and Mazepin he's given the tow to as well at the back. So Verstappen's backed out of his opening run, and a bit of worried face there on the Red Bull pit wall as to why he's done that. As Norris runs to P4, 1:30.390. With 13 down, not setting any times. So Vettel, Stroll, Verstappen, Gasly, Latifi, Tsunoda, Ricciardo and Russell as they still get in there as well for this session. We've got a yellow flag now out on the track. I can't see where it is at the moment. Josh, you...
Yellow in track sector 2. Track sector 2 is turn 1s and 2.
I can't see. It's Hamilton. It's Hamilton, I think. Hamilton's come to a stop on the track, and he has. Hamilton has spun down at turn 1. No. He's got it going again, so we're back to green, but Hamilton spun it.
Clear in track sector 2, car 44 off track and continued at turn 1.
And that was after he set the fastest time of a 1:29.605. Down towards turn 1 then on the hard tyres. Hits the brakes. Does he just lock the rears around? Oh, big lock up and just goes straight on as well. And runs out of road to swing it back. So has to put the car in reverse. So that was a lock up for Hamilton. Straight on at turn 1 as well. So all done there. And I've got Jenny Gow over my headphones, over the mic there.
Those tyres done for, flat spotted?
Yeah, they're done for. They'd have to change them going forward as well. So, Hamilton off track and continued down at turn 1 as well. There's another yellow flag now out on the circuit.
Yeah, a double yellow in track sector 7. Track sector 7 is through turn 11 and 12 and up to turn 13. It's a quick yellow flag. It has been brought in.
It's either Russell... I think it's actually Carlos Sainz, I'm thinking, because Sainz is going very slowly around there. So is Giovinazzi, so it's one of the two. It's clear now, as you say, so we'll take a look at it. Verstappen does a 2:15.393, so he is last overall, 45 seconds off the pace. But now, this is Verstappen properly starting a lap through turns 1, 2 and 3 as well. The quick chicane area that sets them up for this long, sweeping segment of the circuit as well. Through 4, 5. Backs into 6, turn 7, immediately leads into turn 8, and then a quick flick as well to turn 9. 10 and 11 form part of the track as well. We just had the yellows up. Nice little exit curve that sort of immediately straightens the car up down towards turn 13. A 12-degree banking towards the left-hand side. Throw the car in at 200 kilometers an hour. Maximum through there over 220 at the exit as well as they ride up full throttle through turn 14 as well. Then turn 15. Immediately into turn 16. Drop down 2 gears. Back on the accelerator. Still keeping it over 200 kilometers an hour. You're 79% of the lap full throttle as you hurtle down towards the fearsome turn 21 and 22, where we've seen drivers get caught up this weekend as well, i.e. Sargent, Leclerc and Porsche. Manages it okay, lifted slightly. He's lost 0.2 of a second. There's a car in his way as well of Nikita Mazepin as they hurtle down through the kink at turn 26 as well. 317 kilometers an hour. Slam on the brakes into the last corner. Turn 27. Drop down all the way to 109 kilometers at the exit. Back up to full power now as well. Open at the DRS. Run it to the line over 300 kilometers an hour. And this is only third fastest for Verstappen. A 1:29.863. He is a couple of tenths. He's 2 tenths off the pace of Hamilton. As Sainz to split the two with a 1:29.746. So they're changing up there. Perez fast sector 1 and okay sector 2. Hamilton quick sector 2 as well. It's all changing quite quickly out there at the moment. I was surprised about that one. Here comes Perez now to the line. Perez does fastest overall. 1:29.511. Wow. So that's a great time over the board as well. Hamilton goes faster again now as well. 1:29.197. So they're switching over on the deck as well. So Hamilton top. Norris goes P3. 1:29.197 on the board too. So all changing up. 40 minutes to go. Bottas goes second. There as well, a 1:29.431 as well as joining me in the commentary box now after doing all of his engineering. It's Ian Birch. Hello, Dad. The car okay?
Engineering?
Well, I thought you'd been doing the engineering outside. It's cold out there. What have you been doing? Oh, no? Have you done that?
I can't do that anymore.
No, I thought with the oil and that lot, are you just making sure it's all right, not dripping onto the floor? Is it all right?
All I do is wipe it.
Yeah, is it all
start
right?
the car.
Is it all right, though?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm not well.
I know you're not. Neither's Megan, which is
You
why
dragged me in here.
I'm just backing off ever so slightly so that you don't give me your cold. Say
R33 missed the apex of turn 5.
that's Verstappen then down there, so he's got
Yep, and car 31 missed the apex of turn 2.
Ocon. So they're all going
Yeah.
off for the first half of this track. We saw that in Formula 2 earlier on this morning as well. That's Norris taking to the dust as well. No, sorry, it's Ricciardo taking to the dust to try and get out of the way of Sergio Perez, with Verstappen just ahead of him. Thanks, Josh. I'll be back with you soon as well. You can get on with your race control messages to know that's what you're typing with. I'll be back later with you. Send some info as we go back to the radio. Oh, I think we've still got him, actually. Can you still hear us, Josh?
Yeah.
Hey, Josh.
Oh, that works perfect then, because I'm on the F1 app with the radio. Oh, that works perfect then. Oh, all right, they've updated it since we last spoke, so that's perfect. We'll leave that on then. Here's Massive to radio.
Just have a look at that.
Painted white line on exit. Just have a look at that then. So we'll keep an eye on that. Actually, I didn't know it did that. That's even better. So we can keep Josh on the radio so he can give us the pit lane info. Ricciardo comes across the line then and just starts at that time once again. Dan, you were watching the Formula 2 race as well. It's a tight circuit. They didn't manage 5 laps without any form of safety car coming out via virtual safety car. How dangerous do you think it's going to be in qualifying?
In sector 1 to Sainz and medium, on 1.5 sector.
It's hard to say. These drivers are better than the F2 drivers. Yeah. There is space for overtaking. There is speed, which with the DRS zones, it's you are getting a lot of overtaking places that you weren't imagined.
Oh, we got a yellow. Don't know. It's a brief yellow.
You make one mistake in this, and you're in the wall.
Yeah. What? And I think that's what that one little error was. Not sure why there was a yellow.
What we've got in Formula 2 is that the lads that are in the championship hunt tried their best to keep out of the trouble.
Yeah.
And didn't really score any points, really. One of them didn't score any. The other one came about 10th.
Guan Yu Zhou spinning out early and caused all the issues out there as well. And Theo Pourchaire just kept on the track. It's not Theo Pourchaire. Oscar Piastri.
Theo Pourchaire didn't keep on the track at all.
No, he flew off in the wall.
He did the same as Charles yesterday, his countryman, and spun it round and didn't do as much damage. Thankfully, it looks like a rear strut has gone, and I think he managed to get a 2-wheel impact rather than a rear impact. So he was lucky there. Pourchaire will be all right for the race later.
Let's go to the chat quick as well, as Hamilton crosses the line and goes faster with a 1:28.314, so the fastest of the weekend so far. Synthol says as well, I think they did a great job with the tech prize. It makes it easier, it makes it as safe as possible, absolutely. Leclerc was able to walk away from that crash, luckily, as well. And he also says, I feel like the difference between the softs, medium and hards are nothing. No, hard tyres to soft tyres, the gap is 0.9 of a second. So that is basically nothing, and it's improving. That gap is coming down faster and faster. I think Pirelli engineers expecting qualifying the difference between the hard tyre and the soft tyre is going to be 0.5, with the medium providing like 2.5, 3.
Charles has got neck injuries from yesterday. Yeah. He's very sore around the neck, and his physio's been working on him just before this practice session. But considering the impact, he's lucky that the car and himself are virtually unscathed.
Absolutely.
They didn't even manage to go into the curfew. The mechanics left at 4:30 this morning.
Yeah, they've done amazingly well, haven't they, just to keep that car and rebuild it and get it all set up. Synthol says, I think the yellow was for Sonoda going off the track to let some cars pass. Yeah. He's down in Sector 6 as well, as Josh said. It's round about that turn 4, 5, 6, 7 area of the circuit as well, where it's quite sweeping. You can see, look, they're all backing up, and they've been told, do not drive unnecessarily slowly. You heard Josh say earlier on at the beginning of the session.
Yeah, that's in especially turn 12. Just before you get to turn 12, they've been warned that if they slow there, they risk a penalty.
There's an awful draft coming in. That's what we need next, a draft excluder for the bottom of this garage, because it's really cold now on one side of me compared to the other. Might have to nip it.
Something, Josh.
Go on, Josh.
Have I missed something? Because I just went out for a minute and now I see there's been double yellows.
It was Sonoda going off the track to let some cars through. That's what Synthol said. So you haven't missed anything so much. So you're all right. You haven't missed anything.
I'll watch Twitter and see if anything pops up.
Fantastic. Perez, 4th place at the moment on a 1:28.892 as things stand as well. So he's just gone up there. Gasly, 3rd fastest, 1:28.715. Verstappen 2nd, 1:28.649 as in P2. Hamilton still top there by 0.3.
You see, when you get things like this, the 2 championship leaders don't win the race.
Yeah.
You know, it's quite often the leading contender, which in this case is Gasly or Perez. And I wouldn't rule Sainz out either, or Norris.
Yeah, they're all racing, aren't they, as well? Because we've got, take out the top 4. Norris is P5, Leclerc P6, and Sainz, Ricciardo, Gasly, and Alonso completes out the top 10 for the Drivers' Championship. But certainly as well, Gasly's on a charge. He wants to try and get up there. At least he can't catch Sainz, but he can get 8th ahead of Ricciardo. And to beat a factory in McLaren is something that they're very much interested in.
Danny Rick has been told, hasn't he, that he doesn't need to show his true skill this year.
Just it's a learning year, isn't it?
It's a learning year, and that next year is with the new concepts. You know, that's when they expect him to do well.
16 and combined entry,
He clearly doesn't get on with this car.
Yeah.
And so let's hope he gets on with the next one.
Medium.
Because there's no doubt in Danny Rick's ability. And he hasn't dropped. He's still as boisterous and as funny as ever and wild.
Yeah, radio's gone quiet now for some reason.
The radio goes quiet.
I thought it usually overpowers us, but it's gone quiet for some reason. I'll have to see why. As they come through, Leclerc
maybe
because
you're putting 2 through 1.
Could be, but I've got another device that the radio can go through, so I'll fix that ahead of later. As they come through then as well, that's Sainz into the pit lane to a practice start. We heard Leclerc was. There's a whole bunch. Do you know what it is? Every single time that car leaves the driveway, there's a whole bunch of draft that gets blown up. Because
that's strange because it's still there.
Is it still there? Are you sure? They're not left yet?
No.
I swear, it's just got a massive draft there. I don't know what it is.
And it doesn't leave the driveway, it leaves the carport.
That's the one. I honestly...
Driveway's beyond the carport.
There's just a very nasty draft from the bottom here that needs to be fixed. Because it's getting quite chilly now. Luckily, we haven't got that many races left.
Yeah, we've got pigs in blanket crisps that are chilly.
Yeah, I think that's what made Megan ill, to be fair. Oh, more ill was that as well. Drive
They're
Trackers
quite spicy. They're quite nice.
I like them. I like them, to be fair. Megan on the other
I like the originals
Oh,
best.
Oh, better. Oh, completely. I like the originals better. Vettel's on the back half of the track
Does Josh know that pigs in blanket? You can get pigs in blankets.
Crisps. Yeah, did you, Josh? You were at race control. Did you know that?
And if I was just chuckling about I just love F1 social media admins. Esteban Ocon came into the pit lane. They took a photo and uploaded it saying hi Esteban, and then a minute or 2 minutes later they send a photo of him going out onto the track and go, bye Esteban.
They're all trying to win the social media championships between
WF1.
They've all got.
And Aston Martin has uploaded a photo of Seb holding a fan in the cockpit to keep him cool while he's in the garage.
I haven't seen that one.
They've all all the teams have now got a girl or a gentleman with expensive cameras that are allowed into their pit boxes and that to take social media photos.
And I know who that is for Alpine.
Yeah,
it's Alex Thompson, girlfriend of Jack Aitken.
Jack Aitken.
Yeah.
How is Jack anyway?
Jack's better. Yeah, he's okay now. He did a race a couple of weeks ago. Oh, whistle.
It is really good to hear after the Spa incident.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Russell's radio's gone quiet now.
Yeah, we were all worried about him when that happened.
Spa's changing now, at least. They're returning Eau Rouge to the... was that a yellow? Was that a yellow I saw on the track? I swear.
Double yellow in track sector 6, which is 7 and 8, but that is cleared quickly.
It's back on. It's
So
back.
just-
It's back. Someone's back
That
on.
green flag. We got it again.
Oh no, it's gone again. So that must be someone cutting straight across the track then.
In F2,
Yeah.
we got a lot in F2 of running wide because you're
Adam.
practicing taking it to the limit. And this is a new track, and
Yeah.
you know, every time they get it wrong, they go. There was the number of times people like Tickton had to give the place back
yeah.
because he'd overtaken off the
Daniel
road.
Ricciardo replay assist.
I knew it was
What
Ricardo.
caused the yellow flag?
Locked up at oh no, hits the apex at 1. Does he loop it round
Yeah.
at 2? No, he's just
He
touched
lost
the wall.
he lost the first apex.
Yeah.
And tried to get it back, and he's just run over the curb badly. That's all.
Synthal says as well in the group chat as well, so many heart attacks, constant yellow flags which immediately turn green. Yeah, that is pretty much how we're living as well, because if there's one red flag, it costs everybody vital track time. The only red flag we had yesterday was with Charles
Now,
Leclerc.
in quali 3,
Yeah.
you're going to have the situation where you've got to go out immediately and stick a lap time down as fast
Yeah,
as you can.
we're going to see
and,
this
and
settled
go
quickly,
as
yeah.
fast as you can. Whereas quali 3 usually is the last the last
lap,
lap
yeah.
that gets the qualification pole. I don't think it's going to be that today because I think someone's going to hit the wall. And, you know, it's going to really disrupt things.
Do you have to say that when I have to leave at precisely 6 o'clock? I need this hour to go. I need this
6
hour
o'clock?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm busy.
Oh, right. Hang on, 2
I
seconds.
hate. Ooh.
On the balance previously, I think it's a little bit too much.
Ocon on the radio, 2
Copy that.
seconds.
Do you want
Josh.
to go for a second lap, or do you want to come in?
I think it's fine. Let's come in.
Copy that. Okay, let's box now then, please.
So Ocon coming into the box then. He's complaining some understeer on the side of the car.
Do you know,
Verstappen's
he's-
gone top.
You know, Synthal's Dutch, right? Dutchman could win the championship this weekend or next. Only 15 Dutch drivers, of which 2 of them have father and son, you know.
Yeah. With Max Verstappen and Jos Verstappen as well.
Yeah. And
Although
I
he-
think
Yeah.
Jos seems more nervous than Max, actually.
I would be.
But
Although,
Max annoys me sometimes because he when he needs to concentrate, sometimes he's a bit flippant.
yeah, I mean, yesterday...
And I think he's hiding the fact
Yeah.
that he's nervous.
Yesterday sort of rang alarm bells for a lot of people where... who was it? Ocon locked up at turn 1, and then Verstappen locked up, and then opened up his steering wheel to run Esteban out more.
Lewis is the latest in a long line of champions that said you've got to remember that you have all this ability, so
Yeah.
don't worry about that. What you're worried about is doing well when it's
And, yeah.
needed. And I
And-
assure you that's the
yeah.
same for every sportsman. It was in football.
Yeah.
You know, in every sport, when it comes to the final run-in or the final itself, right? If you're not nervous, you're going to make mistakes. You need to have a bit of
yeah.
nervousness, and you know.
That's what Verstappen's trying to hide. He's
Yeah.
gone. And you can clearly tell. Look, he's top now by... Oh, that's
As we
Charles.
were saying this morning, the 2 lads this morning left it to the New Zealanders to win.
Yeah.
Piastri and Zoe really tried to keep out of trouble, and that just led to Zoe being hit by
Yeah.
Ollie. Ollie hit him.
Yeah, and Granny Joe went round.
Ollie, first race in an F2. He braked too late, hit the back end of him, and spun Zoe around.
I need a new mic shield. Yeah, and I think it was actually a camera lens that fell off yesterday because that guy's got a new one there. I think I swear it was.
Off a still camera.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. I was going to say because the others have some of them have wiping abilities.
Yeah.
You know, but they can wipe the lens.
It looks
but-
different, yeah.
Yeah.
Hamilton then just circulating out there. He's now back on his time. So reminder, just quickly as we flip back, free practice 1. It was Hamilton and Verstappen.
I'll tell you something else you use on some cameras, and with it being a nighttime thing, right? You do in football. You sometimes have a little lip on the top of the camera to shield it from the lights.
Yeah.
the glare of the lights, so you're not getting a glare on the picture. It could have been one of them. Could have been just a shield
And
that
just
fell
dropped,
off.
yeah. Well, I'm not surprised. You're going flat out at the back half of that track, and it'll just suck it off. The vacuum will just go, and off you go. Going back here as well, we have
Yeah. Like there's who had the plastic bag this morning?
Oh, Ticton hit the bag, didn't he?
Ticton, Ticton had it wrapped round his strut. Yeah. Of his front strut.
I've just noticed. Yeah, I've just noticed. Look, that the television screens around this Saudi Arabia circuit are actually showing the pit lane channel rather than the world feed. So they're getting 3 boxes instead of the normal one that we get. So has Fan TV made its way over to the pit lane channel now?
I don't know, but I'll tell you what, the podium.
Oh,
look at that!
That's a great setting sun, isn't it?
That's a nice setting sun.
Yeah.
The podium, you know, it was.
On my
2 seconds,
iPad, I have.
There's the boat again.
It's out to sea now as well. Yeah, go on about Dad. The podium.
The podium is massive, and it's what those massive televisions that you get at events.
Oh yeah.
It's virtually 2 or 3 of them on top of each other.
Oof.
Right, no chance of you falling off this one really, because it's you could do Strictly Come Dancing on the.
Oh, it's quite.
It's a big massive thing, and they have the podium has a digital display on each podium.
I'm a fan of the traditional podiums, but I must admit, since Leclerc.
But the one thing they did do, they mucked up the pictures. They made the 2 New Zealanders French.
Hang on.
And so quickly took the flags off.
Did anyone see that, the driver tracker? How quick was Bottas and Leclerc?
Lewis is slowed in that sector.
Yeah.
I think he's let everybody through so he could try the chow bit.
If anybody was watching...
Behind Sainz.
Yeah, if anyone was watching just then, did you see Leclerc and Bottas? They literally had like it was a Mario Kart and had the rocket at the back. They just zoomed round.
Bottas is doing a similar thing with Latifi now.
Yeah. They are going so fast.
And now... Your mum's car is leaving the premises.
Yeah, she's right, actually. Hang on. Yeah, I can hear it in the background. I just turned up the radio mic, and I can hear it. For where it is. Let's have a look then at the group chat, as it is...
what's this? Lance Stroll?
Radio.
Puncture.
Oh.
Engine off. So we think we have a puncture, Lance. We think we have a puncture, so we're aborting.
So Lance Stroll with a puncture at the back. So they've aborted that lap time. Is that a worry? I would say it is. I've been worried about them.
There was one thing yesterday when they actually it was when they changed the they were practicing changing. I think it was Lewis or Bottas's car. They were and they put a set of softs on, and there was a bleb in it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And it looked like a used tyre, but it had a bleb in it. And so has there been a production problem with some of these tyres? Because there's nothing. There's nothing. This is a really low downforce. It's a high downforce track. It should push the cars pretty much to the surface, and the wear should be across
28.2.
The wear should be at least.
I don't even know what time I've done, mate. So I don't know what that means. 28.2.
So Hamilton hasn't even done a lap time, and he doesn't know what a 22.2 is.
Well, if you can look at there, you on this particular track with its downforce, you're going to get an even wear across the entire tyre.
Yeah.
For quite a lot longer than normal, and then it'll only be 3/4 of the wear will be on the front tyre.
Who was it?
From the outside edge to the inside edge will wear.
Who was it yesterday in free practice 1 who had that grain right down the middle of the tyre?
Oh yeah, that was
was it Ocon?
Ocon had a grain right down the middle of the tyre, suggesting that there was something
cutting it.
Cut it somewhere. But they don't go over anything. There's no drains here, is there?
No, it was on the right-hand side, so it was been a left-hand corner. There's 16 left-hand corners, but is any one big enough to cut that tyre?
I don't think there's any drains on the inside corners, is there?
No, I'm trying to look.
The drains are these built-in things that are quite flush with the track here, aren't they?
It could have been cut at turn 27, that exit part. That's the only part of the track I'm looking at.
Unless
where
he
it
ran
could have
over
cut it.
something.
Yeah, unless
You
he ran
know,
over
I
something.
mean, a shard of carbon fibre can do that.
Yeah, as it stands as well. Let's go to the chat quickly because Synthol had it out. He was supporting the Max side of things. They're doing the Max, Super Max.
Super Max, Super Max.
That's the one. I'm desperately trying to find out if that's copyright free so we can use it if Verstappen wins the title. Just sort of that'll be our play out for the song for the year. Obviously, removing the swear words parts.
Yeah.
Cynthia says, I feel like hards are faster than softs. I think they are at the moment. Well, they're all on softs now.
We might get sued by Coca-Cola.
Why Coca-Cola?
Because of the Max. And Pepsi Max.
Pepsi, Coca-Cola. Yeah, I made the connection there. 2 seconds,
Pepsi,
Josh.
not Coca-Cola.
Okay. Is the steering still
Pressure
straight?
loss.
Oh, look, mate.
It's a little bit right from
Josh,
the bell.
you're on the TV
Okay.
with
I'll check. Try to keep
Godzilla.
speed for the tires.
that's the
Don't
glitch.
push in the corners.
Oh, it was Godzilla a minute ago.
Tell you what, their driver tracker's working.
Yeah, there's a film on doing the rounds on Sky Cinema, isn't there?
Yeah.
Toto.
We've got the pit lane channel up on one little monitor now as well as they all swing through. It is about 40 seconds behind.
We
our
always
usual
watch one of
pictures.
his films, don't we? I'll be back.
I always do, man. No, to be fair, at Christmas I watched Die Hard. Mazepin's missed the apex at
Kindergarten
10-8.
Cop is was I think Toto's best film.
I love Kindergarten Cop. That was a grand. I love Kinder Chocolate, to be fair, as well. Every time we go to Costco, bring back some. There wasn't any there last time. The Liverpool one just changed it. I was very disappointed. There isn't one in Lincoln. At least I hope not, otherwise we'll be there for hours. As they come through as well. I've got so much to do. So I'm going to you, Josh.
I think I've got a new wallpaper for my iPad.
The
Because
background.
he's got the checkered flag last time I saw you.
Where was it?
The internet's going again.
On TweetDeck, something's popped up.
Well, have
The
you
speed trap.
put him on here so that we can
Yeah,
see what he's talking about?
There we go.
There we go.
Hi, Josh. Hello.
Lycan fastest through the speed trap.
Are you in your front room rather than your bedroom now?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
I
we used
thought
to be in the
so.
front room. You used to be in the front room when as I said, when we were first doing all this. You were race controlling the front room as well. After I got banished to the cold garage. Anyway, back to you, Josh.
He can't be in the cold. He needs to be
Yeah,
in the
because
warm.
we're in the middle of moving house. I'm
Yeah.
currently in the living room.
Yeah.
We were meant to be moving last Monday, but it fell through. So
Yeah.
now January.
Oh, well, another Christmas in this house then.
So I thought, yeah, so I said.
Santa will know where you are.
Anyway, go on then about the backgrounds. Sorry, the backgrounds on the thing. Is it the Hamilton or Verstappen?
That does explain, when he had to check a flag up things, they did some lilies used to. He turned his head.
Yeah.
He saw lilies, and that explains it because he's got lilies on the
Yeah.
pictures behind.
Right, over to you. Oh,
I'm just admiring all of these photos. One.
Oh, sorry.
One from the
Off goes Gasly's off at turn 1. Gasly's had a spin down at turn 1. He's got going again though.
Yeah,
I think
he's,
so.
he's,
Yeah.
he's now
And-
between Sites and Hamilton.
Yeah, over to you then, Josh. Sorry.
Lewis Hamilton has missed the apex of turn 2 again. That's Gasly with the spin and Lewis Hamilton missing the apex as well.
They've taken each other off. Now Hamilton's
Yeah.
Hamilton's gone straight on, and Gasly's just sort of been dragged in with him, and they've both gone off the track. And Mazepin's missed the apex.
That was Mazepin.
Oh, he jumped over the curb.
Have
Who
you
was
noticed?
that?
Have you
Hang on.
noticed that Josh?
Mazepin
Car behind.
on
And then
Hamilton.
you're gonna have
Yeah.
Schumacher.
Oh, you didn't tell me, man. I had no idea it was coming.
Looks like there's a team radio linked to that.
Yeah, it was Hamilton being told, talking to Bono, saying, "You didn't tell me Mazepin was behind me," and Mazepin went full force. That could have been a big accident as
could
well.
have been a really that could have been really dangerous. It was dangerous.
And even Synthel said that, "Oh my God, that was insanely close. That was a bit
Yeah.
dangerous."
It's
Out there.
it's the way the circuit is designed.
There you go. Clear your throat now. There you go.
It's the way the circuit is designed.
Yeah.
We knew these incidents were going to happen. If you penalise anybody for that sort of thing,
Yeah.
it's got to be deliberate, not accidental.
Hamilton's on the radio, actually.
So Mazepin car behind. and then you're going to have a Schumacher.
Wow, you didn't tell me, man. I had no idea he was coming.
Yeah, no idea, said Lewis Hamilton as well. Mazepin very lucky there not to... well, with that type of accident, would have broken his leg. A high-speed accident like that, it would have, at best, broken his leg. At worst, I don't even want to think about it, because that would have been full throttle accident at top speed as well in a slow-moving car. That is not nice.
You can guarantee that Red Bull
with
are
that
already...
he could maybe never have raced again if that was a crash, a massive crash.
But yeah, Billy Monger back when he ran into the back of the car in Formula 4 as well. It would have been that type of accident.
But you can just imagine Red Bull are already on the radio to Michael Massey going, you know, and you shouldn't try and win a championship like that.
Karen Horner is currently running right down to race control to have a word. Do you know what? Even the Red Bull fans are saying that Christian Horner's taking this a little bit too far, reporting every single thing that happens.
Do you know what his bonus is for if they win the championship?
What? Oh, the bonus, yeah.
It's £1 million for each driver if you win a race.
Yeah, it's a big bonus if you win both titles.
You know, Christian will get a massive bonus if he wins this.
He'll finally be the top earner in his house.
I think he's been that for a few years.
No, the Spice Girls bring in millions.
Well, yeah. Do you know what? The thing about those sort of things is that if you are a successful group and you do have a back catalogue, you do get a lot of residuals in for sales
for
years afterwards. I know Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon and Garfunkel.
That still goes massive.
Its initial sales kept it in the charts, the top 50 album charts, for about 3.5 years. But the sale, which was massive then, but they've made more money from the amount they buy that is bought now.
Verstappen's gone top 128, 105, but as it currently is as well, what I was going to say as well is that Jerry Horner only has to open her eyes in the morning. She's made 500 quid or something or other. Every time she blinks,
well, they
she
used
gets
to
money.
in Liverpool. They used to say about a strain to the accent. You know, in Liverpool, they used to say that if Paul went to London with the window open of his car, throwing £5 notes out, he'd still have more money when he got to London than he did when he started.
I mean, I was in Liverpool last weekend as well. It was a nice weekend away.
I know. I saw it on Granada Report.
Yeah, I tell you what though, it rained a lot. that was upsetting. We're going back in the summer though, as we hear from Gasly now over the radio.
To consider boxing for a pit stop on the start.
Okay, if we don't have time for it, let's do that.
Yeah, it's a bit tight.
Let's
to do
have a look at So that's Hamilton blocking Gasly, and then Hamilton blocking Mazepin.
Ooh, that shot's a bit. That shot's a bit.
Don't you think it was close? But it was. He had plenty of room, didn't he?
It was the nature of the track that sort of put it. Thing is, what shocked me about the Mazepin was that in fact he jumped over the curb there. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
That's
and why didn't?
Sorry. Look, that is Michael Masi, but alongside him, it's the Formula E race director and DTM race director. It's Scott Elkin. That's great to see Scott Elkin. Scott Elkin's a lovely chap. A very, very lovely chap. As well, very fair race director. Yeah. He's a better race director than Michael Masi is. I'll say that now.
You leave Michael Masi alone. You know,
I will
he was thrust into this, and to be honest, right, it took Charlie a long time to get to the standard that Charlie is.
All I will say is, in the situation where, as Vettel slow on the track now, Sonoda blasts past.
If you want to risk the wrath of Beth
is on my side. She started. Oh, got a yellow.
I know she does. She doesn't like Michael Masi.
Beth started the remove Michael Masi campaign.
Yes, you remember she got 3 signatures. And they were all Australians.
Oh, yellow in track sector 4, but that was a brief yellow flag.
It's back out. So it's back out again. Oh, and it's gone again.
Track sector 4 is turns 4 and the entrance to turn 5.
Right.
When you are, whenever you're ready, I have got some things from Twitter.
Over to you. Go.
Okay. I've just put in the hashtag Saudi Arabian Grand Prix and seen what people are saying.
Oh.
Now, is this clean, Josh?
Yes, it is. It's definitely clean.
Right, go on then.
Lewis is not in a good mood today.
I would say he's not in a good mood after what happened
Yeah.
yesterday. He'll now know what this morning did yesterday.
Lewis Hamilton has been sounded extremely agitated on the radio today.
Yeah, he has.
Yep.
Yeah, we've heard that ourselves, so yeah. I'll go with that one.
Yeah.
I'm very... Go on.
I'll say that.
People,
I'll say that he doesn't sound agitated to me, but
He was a bit short with Bono.
him and Bono seem to be just having a little
Yeah.
tate of. It's like brothers having an argument, isn't it?
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
Oh my God, I think we could take that. Back to you, Josh.
Josh,
Are you there? Oh, our Wi-Fi might be down.
Penultimate. One is about hope we are not waiting until we get a serious accident at FIA. Dangerous stuff this at F1. Completely agree.
It is. It's ridiculous.
the track
And
is
tons
built
of
for
tweets
too much speed.
are saying that should be some type of penalty for Hamilton or the team, because the team were not telling Hamilton soon enough, and that could have ended in a really horrible crash.
I would say team rather than... I always hate...
I would say teams.
Yeah,
Teams
too. Both
team.
Because
all of them, yeah.
if you're going to penalise one there, you've got to penalise the other. Because Haas should have told him that Lewis was slow in
Yeah.
that sector. They have driver trackers
Completely
too.
agree there.
We can see it up here in the comms box as well. You can see it on the timings there.
They have all sorts of timing screens and everything like
Look,
that.
they're
If
all
they
going
can't
slow.
recognise the fact that there's a car slow in that section
Yeah.
of the track, both teams made a mistake there.
Oh, there they go again. Look at that. They're all dodgers now. It's freezing and then loading itself back up, and they all just go like dodgers.
Having said what I said about Michael getting earache from Red Bull,
Yeah.
but Red Bull weren't involved. Now, isn't the rules that you have to be involved in
To
the
report it,
incident
yeah.
to report it?
Yeah, so if Haas doesn't report it, then it's done.
Jonathan is going.
Yeah. Although it is the
Jonathan
FIA,
Wheatley.
so Hamilton will probably still get a penalty for it, and Verstappen would be
Yeah.
completely free. Verstappen could force Ocon off the track in FP2, or FP1, whichever one it was, and just have nothing about it.
You're in in the bubble in Saudi Arabia and things like that, where Lewis is like treated like the king.
Yeah.
So unlike some European tracks where Max's supporters outnumber everybody in the stadium, at this track it's Hamilton like it was last time. It was
It's swinging around. Yeah.
Lewis is like an idol, complete idol in this area.
He's got the most victories in this area compared to any other driver as well in the Middle East. He's taken victories at Bahrain, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi. If he can win here in Saudi Arabia, he'll be the only driver to win at all 4 of the Middle Eastern circuits in Formula One's history, which would be a record. And I think I also read somewhere that by something or other, that he will be another record holder. It's somewhere in my notes that I've got here somewhere on the milestones as well. I know here it is. This will be the 99th Grand Prix in which Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas have been teammates. They equal David Coulthard and Mika Hakkinen as the drivers to have started the second most races together at the same team. So in Abu Dhabi, it will be 100 races. Hamilton and Bottas have been teammates, the most of any in history.
Oh, wow.
That's incredible to think.
That is
Replay for Verstappen.
They've been a very successful team together, aren't they? Really.
More championships.
When he first went from Williams, we didn't think he was going to be as good as he has been.
Yeah, I've got it here actually, the actual stat I was looking for. It is Lewis Hamilton could extend a number of records this weekend. He become the first driver to win at 31 different circuits and the first to take pole at 32 venues and the first to record 35 podiums. Score a podium at 35 different tracks, and the first to take the fastest lap at 26 different tracks. So there's a long record there. And also,
An absolute machine.
yeah, and also, if Hamilton, Bottas, and Verstappen finish on the podium together, it will be the 20th time the trio finished in those top 3 positions, and they'll be the first trio of drivers to appear together on the podium on 20 occasions. So that'll be a record as well. It's a weekend of records in Jeddah that is all sort of balancing around each other.
So let's spin another record on the program today.
Yeah. If there's loads of these stat sheets as well. Saudi Arabia joins Qatar and Morocco as only the 3rd country to host a single F1 race. Morocco had it in
We love the
1958.
good old qualifying pace, which we cannot trust.
Yeah, I stopped looking at it after it said that
Yeah.
it said that Perez was quicker than Hamilton a couple of races ago. I've just
There's
stopped
one
looking
that
at
actually is about the whole season, and that is a more realistic one because it's done by averages.
Yeah,
and,
that's more realistic than the qualifying pace of 3 different practice sessions, because practice 1 was in the day, practice 2 was at night, and practice 3 has been at twilight.
Yeah.
They have not had a consistent time. So how can we get a representative data? Because in this one, Verstappen's ahead of Hamilton for the first time. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. The track temperatures as well are going to decrease before we go into qualifying in a few hours.
Yeah.
So it all changes up anyway. But yeah, they're the milestones and records I've got as well. I've also got great stats about Saudi Arabia here.
Talking of data,
yeah.
do you want to buy this?
Here we go.
This doll,
data.
signed by him.
Data.
Right? And
Yeah.
oh, hang on, there's a mark on it. I'll go get it. It was my last one, but I'll just go get another one from the car.
Jed. Yeah, what was it?
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, that was it.
That's a line from the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah,
There's a mark on this.
I have got info about Saudi Arabia. I've got currency, language, dress code, alcohol and substances. Then we've got
alcoholic
Les
substances.
has
Yeah.
stopped
You'll have to get
at
an
the end of
expert.
the pit lane to do a practice. Are they allowed to do practice starts there now?
I'm not sure.
It's
'Cause
a special place here to do it. It's at the end of the pit lane on the right hand side, as we look at it. On the left hand side, as they are.
practice starts may be carried out on the asphalt on the left-hand side of the fast lane.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it did say only, but it's been scratched out. So they can do it at the pit lane exit. But additionally, practice starts may be carried out on the track at the end of each free practice session.
Yeah, I've got a bit of paper which I'm going to show to the camera, Josh.
I'm going to come up to it
About
as well. Yeah, we're on the screen.
the-
Oh, 2 seconds. House radio.
Hello, Michael. What was your thoughts on that Hamilton incident?
Said not great at all, which is why I will deal with it with the team directly, and I've also had a chat to them here because there was no flags of any form shown through that sector for Nikita or Lewis.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, there was no white flags, was there, for a slow driver?
So that'll be
Penalty free then.
penalty free.
Yeah.
If you.
Yeah.
Although, having said that, at the last race, Max got done for
the same thing.
For the same thing.
Yeah. And there was no blue flags or white flags. There was no blue flags to warn Hamilton that Mazepin was coming.
It was deemed a mistake in the end from
Yeah.
the officials, but
I'd say that's pretty much that's game over for that. Yeah, they weren't.
yeah, they can't do it really.
Yeah, because they're their own track marshals.
It wouldn't
have
be
failed.
seen as
yeah.
fair in the media.
Yeah. Back to you, Josh. You were showing us a document. I think it had Mazepin and Schumacher on it.
Yeah, the two Haas
Did have
drivers.
Mazepin and Schumacher on it, and it is a report from the technical delegate, Joe Bauer, and the following drivers will use a new exhaust system for the remainder of the event. Number 9, driver
yeah.
Nikita Mazepin. Number 47, driver Mick Schumacher. Previously used exhaust systems, we've just got a replay from Vettel.
This is to up in towards turn 6, 7, 8, 9, and he's just run over the exit curb and he just dragged him off the track before turn 10. So that's something that's going to have to be watched out in the qualifying laps.
Josh, do you know your shirt is actually the colours of Leeds United?
Oh yeah, it's a BSB shirt, isn't it?
I know
But,
it is,
yeah.
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
it's
It's
that's yellow.
it's Braun Estiman's t-shirt. He's number 27 in the British Superbikes.
Oh, lovely.
I keep meaning to watch BSB again.
And I have sent you a DM, Joss, of what is coming. Should be here before the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
I'll have to have a look because my phone's been playing up with no Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that a lot.
There's do you know I once picked up from school these two little lads and their mother, and they said.
I just pressed the wrong button and I sent the virtual safety car message into race control chat, but actually it's the checkered flag.
We'll be fine.
They said that.
And the first car to check the flag was car 22 to Sonoda.
They said excitingly that they had a special assembly that afternoon.
Yeah.
And on road safety, and there was these two men there with really big bikes.
Was it
right?
the
And I asked them a few questions about them and what colour they were and what the things. And I said, yeah, that's was it James Toseland and what Kawami?
Yeah, Nicky Koyami.
Yeah, who were former British Superbike world champions.
World champions levels, yeah.
Both of them. Yeah. And I checked up because I used to take a teacher into that school as well, and she says, yes, it was Toseland.
No, I've said it a couple of weeks ago as well on the stream. The strangest thing is walking out of Tesco and seeing Neil Hodgson walking the other way. Going to, I think he was on his way to Cadwell, wasn't he? Because it was the weekend at Cadwell.
And of course, Gavin is Leeds, which is a bit further north than here.
I'm surprised I haven't actually bumped into him yet, considering the amount of time I spent around there. Especially, I'm surprised I didn't bump into him at Leeds Bradford Airport when on the same day he was supposed to be going to the MotoGP testing, and I was going to the F1 testing. Then again, and they were both in Spain, so I don't know why I didn't run into him. Checker flags out then, and we're on a quick off, so we'll have to go through these quite quickly. Verstappen fastest from Hamilton second. That's fine. It's Hamilton. I'm going to start again because Verstappen's on the track now, going really fast through turn 21 and 22. So, Verstappen fastest to 1:28 as well, 0.1, and then it's Hamilton second, Perez third, Sonoda fourth, Gasly fifth, Bottas sixth, Leclerc seventh, Sainz eighth, Ocon ninth, and Norris rounding out the top 10. Alonso 11th from Giovinazzi 12th, Raikkonen 13th, Ricciardo 14th, Stroll 15th, Russell 16th, Vettel 17th, Latifi 18th, Schumacher 19th, and Mazepin down in 20th place as well. To you, Dad.
What?
I thought you were going to say something before I interrupted you. Oh, right. We're on a quick off. So, Josh, anything to say before
you
we
only
go
paid
off?
for 800 words.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, just scrolling through the F1 list that I made on Twitter, and Alpine have done a double stacked pit stop practice.
That's crucial because if it is a two-stopper, if that safety car comes out, they'll have to know what the pit lane gap is.
Yeah.
So they have completed a double stack.
Yeah, covering all aspects
George
of
Russell
what
just
could
sitting
happen.
in the cockpit, very focused.
Let's have a look at the onboard then of Max Verstappen as he rises up. First gear, 12,000 RPM, drop the throttle, bounce second gear, third gear. He controlled the throttle away, but that was actually a poor getaway for Verstappen, actually. The rears lit up a bit more than he was expecting. So that was a bit of a surprise. Anyway, we are on a quick off because we've got to get on with filming the rest of stuff, so we have to go. Thanks, Josh. See you in qualifying later on.
See you later.
And
Bye.
see you later, Dad, as well. Have a great quali. And we will be back later on for all of the action for qualifying. Now we've got to go for the commentator challenge. Verstappen top for the first time then here in Saudi Arabia with Hamilton second. The first time they've swapped around. It's all action going into qualifying. Join us later.